Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bridget from Shift One Degree.
And I'm Dana from vide Consulting. And today's topic is overthinking.
Yeah. So you might be thinking, well, how do you know if you're overthinking? Because if you're overthinking, how would you know you're overthinking, right? Well, overthinking.
We are absolutely overthinking.
Exactly. To kind of give you an idea of who you are, it's things like stress, anxiety, insomnia, those kind of feelings you have, that restless feeling. Very often.
That everything it looks like a mission. Like, oh,
yeah.
Like, what am I going to do now? Like, it's too much for me.
It is.
And I think we all have a scene that, like, we are overthinking in everything in life. And I think especially even for females, more than males, I think. But yes, the video today will help you just to learn how to actually not really stop overthinking, but how to manage it better and not let it impact your daily life.
Yeah.
Because it is like, I can say about myself that I'm an overthinker. And by doing that, like, I'm holding myself back a lot of the time instead of actually having some progress in things. So how do you actually can manage it better? So I think the first step, we're going to start with it.
We are. Just one more thing on that. Like with overthinking, it generally means you're living in the past or you're living in the future. So you're not being in the present moment. And as we all know, ideally, if we possibly can be, to be present is first prize. Not easy, but that is kind of first prize.
It is very important. You do need to live the moment of today and plan for the long run, but still live the moment of that day.
Yes. So the first one is every opportunity. So everything that we experience, whether it's good, bad, whatever we go through is an opportunity to learn. So if we can take a situation, no matter what the outcome is, and learn from it, then and instead of overthinking about it, we just learn from it and we move on and make sure we don't make the same mistake.
And it's in everything in life. It's like on your relationship, on your friendships, on like business, career. Like, you know, like I can share from my side, like I've been through some stuff on my personal life that instead of just like avoiding it, I actually dealt with it and I learned a lot of it. Like I really grew a lot from each and every opportunity I had because I realized, okay, what do I do with it? Like, how do I react? And there's a nice formula I like to use, which is event plus reactions equal to the outcome. So events will always happen to your life, and those are the different opportunities. The way you react to them will lead eventually to the final outcome. So you need to think with yourself, where do you want to go? Where do you want to lead yourself to? Is it with your business, your relationship, no matter what, like you need to decide. And that's a nice thing. So always think like the opportunities are always there. And it's either, even if you look at your business, it's either you're going to create it and grab that opportunity or you're going to let it go. So again, that's the reaction. What do you do?
And not to overthink in what it is you are about to do or what it is you have done.
The second it's always good to reflect as well.
It is.
Like, it is good to reflect, but on what you've done and learn from it, but don't
without overthinking. Without overthinking. Yeah. The second one
is think less, do more. You know, less is more in everything in life. Even if I look at branding, so in the design, less is more. Even on this amount of assignments that you give to yourself. I can say even when I started my business, I thought I can do so many things at the same time, which was wrong to think. Because although, yes, I can do it, but it doesn't mean that it's the right thing for my business. Because when you start a business, you need to make sure that you do as less as possible from like the things that you touch to be very niche, to niche yourself.
Specific,
So in niching yourself, it's actually doing less, but you're basically going to do more in that because you're going to be specialized in that. You're going to be, you know, like build yourself in a certain level, and that's going to help you build the business in the right way.
It also helps with the overthinking because if you're doing more and thinking less, you're being more present in the present moment of doing as opposed to sitting and thinking and analyzing, because analyst paralysis, you know, when you overthink. So that's the second point.
Because it is, you think actually a lot sometimes. And sometimes you find yourself during the day that all you do is actually think. And I really do. Bottom line, in the end of the day,
what have you actually done?
Yes. I never thinking and I just said, oh, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. Can I do this? Can I do this?
Yeah, exactly. And then the third one is to look at the bigger picture. So if you have a vision, so let's assume you do, let's assume we all have very clear visions of what it is we want. So whatever it is you're doing on a daily basis, is that in line with your bigger picture, with your bigger vision? So that is the most important thing. Because I think if you're not overthinking and you're just being in creation, You are doing things every day to get you closer to what it is you want in the bigger scale of things.
It's just to put you, like, even when you start a business, you have a strategy, you have goals. It's just to put you there and just to help you be more focused. And you know exactly where you want to go to. Because think about it on the side that if you're driving now in the car, if you don't know exactly where you want to get to, how can you get there? You're going to be lost on the way. So it's the same with your business. So make sure that you look at the big pictures, you know where you want to go in life with your business, and just aim there.
And also, actually, a little interesting thing was today when you took, so we're in Hape, and when you took the bus from Tableview to Hape, it takes 2 hours. Just putting it out there, it takes 2 hours. So in those 2 hours, there was a lot of stops along the way, a lot of scenery, a lot of people, all sorts of things happen. However, you still got here because you knew where you were going.
Exactly.
You didn't end up in Joburg, for example, you know. So
it was funny because the lady, when I went on the first bus, which is the express, she said it's express, not to Joburg. It's in Cape Town. I'm like, okay, cool. We all got it.
Exactly. I mean, it's just a crazy example, but it's the same thing. You need to get on the right bus. Imagine if she got on the bus to go to Joburg, she wouldn't be here. I'd still be waiting.
I would still be like somewhere. Exactly. But it's again also when you look at the big picture, it's in everything. So when you have your own business, even in a, you know what, I'll take it from a different angle. Like even in a relationship, if you know where you want to get to with that person, you know that you need to work on the way together. So always have the big picture around you. Like, I know where I want to go. This is where I need to. And I'm going to put whatever I can and build a plan to get there.
Yeah.
And like, yes, a lot of the stuff are also in the small details, but you need to have the bigger picture.
You do. And the fourth one?
Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because perfect moment will never come. And
you'll be dead before it happens.
It is. And I'll say it from I'm as a marketing person that, you know, like you work, for example, on a brochure, like on a catalog, you work so hard, and it doesn't matter how many times you're going to go over it and for how many people you're going to give them to take a look. Bottom line, you're going to print it and you're going to find more mistakes. So perfect moments, perfection is not going to happen. But that's the nice thing, because eventually every little thing that we do, even if it's not fully like the way we want it to or plan it, it's not perfect, it's still building you in a certain way. That's part of who you are. That's part of what you bring to the table. That's part of how you build yourself as a brand.
That ties into the first one. That ties into the first one about every experience, every opportunity is you know, a place where you learn. So that kind of ties in with not waiting for the perfect moment, right?
And I think they're all aligned again, because if you look at the big picture and you take in mind, this is where I want to get to, but it's fine if I'm going to get there, but not necessarily as I plan. Because if I'll go back to the example of the traffic and the car, like, you know, sometimes there was, I don't know, there was an accident, so there's a delay on the way. Sometimes there was a roadblock, so the driver needs to take it another direction. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be as you plan. And that's why I always say, even to my clients, when you write down and make yourself like a marketing and a strategy plan, it's a good thing to have because you need it as your guideline. But it's not a mandatory. Yes, exactly.
Don't be fixated.
Because things are not going to be always as you planned. And we all know in life, and no matter what, like in which aspect of your life, nothing goes as you planned. There's a lot of changes on the way. So again, it goes to the opportunities. Like, you know, what do? You just need to learn to adjust yourself, make the changes. And again, if I'll go back to the formula of event plus reaction equal to the outcome, it's exactly that. So something have happened, doesn't work as you planned. What are you going to do now? Are you going to sit and moan about it? Or are you actually going to deal with it and take it from there? And what have you taken from that? What have you learned from that?
So if we had to summarize the 4 tips on overthinking, is take every opportunity as a place to learn.
Yes. Think less and do more.
Look at the bigger picture, so have a clear vision of what it is you want.
And stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment will never come. Even if you want to propose to your lady, the perfect moment will never come. Just do it as it is, and she will appreciate it as it is.
And next week we're gonna continue on this topic, because we're going to go through another 4 points, because I think overthinking is something, well, I know I'm very, very guilty of it, and I suffer from it. And I think a lot of us do, you know. So if these tips can help you,
if you are an overthinker and you share with us, tell us, are you, yes, not, like, how do you deal with it? What do you do to help you deal with it and think less?
Exactly.
Oh, thank you so much, Lucky. I'm glad you like the advices, and really like share with us, because that's how we learn. Even us doing this now, we're learning from each other, and we spoke about opportunities. Like we saw the opportunity in each other, and that's how we grow. So share with each other, learn from each other. And keep on watching our videos. We've got more. You can follow us on the different social media accounts.
Facebook, YouTube, the various channels, and we will speak to you next
keep
week.
on pushing yourself to think less and do more.
Bye.
And I'm gonna end it now.